fans from all across the country and all across the world, we welcome you to Rockingham, North Carolina for today's flag-to-flag coverage of the Trackmasters Cup Series Season 3 Coca-Cola 600. Today we are in for the longest race in Trackmasters Cup Series history. This race will clock in at 18 laps, assuming we don't go into overtime, making it the longest race in Trackmasters Cup Series history above this season's Daytona 500, which clocked in at 15 laps. Last weekend at Nashville, Alex Bowman was able to take the victory after some late race drama involving the race leaders. Bowman was able to escape that drama and come away with the race win after bumping and running Joey Logano going to turn 3 and 4. Today, Alex Bowman looks to go back-to-back. He has a very fast car, and starting from the second position, we'll see what Alex Bowman can get done today. Another driver to watch out for will be Kyle Busch. Since the Season 3 Daytona 500, where Kyle Busch got his first Trackmasters Cup Series victory, Busch has been consistently inside the top 10, but has never really shown race-winning speed. Today, Kyle Busch starts from the 4th position with a fast M&M's Camry. Watch out for the 18 cars. He goes for his second win on the season. Matt DiBenedetto, one of those drivers with a very strong qualifying effort, he put his number 21 Ford Mustang 5th on the grid. DiBenedetto is going for his first top 5 since Season 3 Race 3 at Las Vegas. Let's head to trackside for the Command to Fire engines here at the Rockingham Speedway. Drivers, start your engines! And engines roar to life here at Rockingham. Let's move in for your starting lineup for today's Coca-Cola 600. Starting on pole for today, as we mentioned in the pre-race show, is Kurt Busch to the inside of Alex Bowman. And coming up in row 2, Ryan Blaney will start to the inside of Kyle Busch. Row 3, Matt DiBenedetto starts to the inside of Eric Jones. And coming up in row 4, Ross Chastain will start to the inside of William Byron. Row 5, Tyler Reddick starts to the inside of Denny Hamlin. And coming up in row 6, Brad Keselowski will start to the inside of Kevin Harvick. Row 7, Chase Elliott to the inside of Jimmy Johnson, and coming up in row 8, Chris Buescher will start to the inside of Kyle Larson. Row 9, Cole Custer to the inside of Ryan Newman, making his Trackmasters Cup Series return, and in row 10, Christopher Bell to the inside of Drake Mays. Row 11, Corey LaJoie, part-time to the 32, starts to the inside of Joey Logano, and coming up in row 12, Ryan Preece will start to the inside of Eric Almirola. Row 13, Martin Truex Jr. will start to the inside of Bubba Wallace, and coming up in row 14, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will start to the inside of Ty Dillon. Coming up in row 15, Clint Boyer will start to the inside of Michael McDowell, and rounding out the field today in 31st is Austin Dillon. And that's all we've got for the pre-race show. Engines are fired. We are ready to go racing here in Rockingham. The field comes off turn 4 in the hands of Kurt Busch. Here we go. Green flag racing. Pace cars down pit road. We're underway at the Rock. And it'll be Kurt Busch to come around and lead lap 1 this time by. Ryan Blaney got around Alex Bowman for second, but Bowman's back up the inside, pushes him up the racetrack. Here comes Kyle Busch. Busch gives a push to Blaney on the outside. Blaney will rocket into second place. Here comes Kyle Busch for third. Busch on the outside of Bowman trying to get that spot 3 wide. Eric Jones up the inside of Busch and Bowman. Jones slides into 4th place. Kyle Busch into 3rd place. Ross Chastain making up ground as well. And Ryan Blaney got a great run up too. Drives it underneath Kurt Busch. To the race lead goes Ryan Blaney. Great pass on Kurt Busch. Busch tries to fight back, but overdrives it just a little bit. Here comes Eric Jones up the inside of the 1 car. Eric Jones coming to second. Now Kyle Busch trying to get third from his brother. Trouble! Ross Chastain around into the inside wall. Takes Denny Hamlin with him, and the caution is out. We're coming to lap 7, or we were on lap 6 of 18 when Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin went spinning off turn 2. We'll take a look at a replay of what happened. Chastain was having a great run. Unfortunately, all that progress now erased. Here's a replay of what happened. Looks like Chastain just overdrove the corner a little bit. Bowman couldn't slow down in time. Chastain, I think he maybe got into the wall a little bit. Contact with Alex Bowman. Chastain got turned around, went right down in front of Denny Hamlin and hooked him into the inside wall. Hamlin really didn't have anywhere to go. Good job by Keselowski and Harvick to get through there. We'll take another look at what happened here. Watch that 15 car. I think he just gets into the wall a little bit before getting spun around by Bowman. Yeah, Chastain definitely got into the wall there. Bowman just didn't really have anywhere to go, and Hamlin was an innocent bystander and all that. Hard hit for Ross Chastain. Luckily, both those drivers are okay. And I think Denny Hamlin will still be in the race. So we're ready to come back to the restart here on lap 8 of 18. Field comes off turn 4 in the hands of Ryan Blaney. Green flag is back out. We're back racing. And a great restart by Eric Jones will keep him side by side with Ryan Blaney coming through 1 and 2. Look at Harvick on the outside, all the way up against that wall. Will take it up to the top through 3 and 4 again. 3 wide for the lead. Harvick's coming through. Kevin Harvick up the inside is going to storm to the race lead over Kurt Busch. Trouble. Eric Jones around. Alex Bowman around as well. Caution is out just after the restart. And what a move that was by Kevin Harvick. Drove his 4 car all the way to the race lead. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to extend that race lead as Eric Jones spun around, bringing out the caution. Alex Bowman was able to drive away from that without too much damage. We'll take a look at a replay of what happened. Watch Jones at the top of your screen there, just scrapes the wall, slows down just enough where Kyle Busch is going to hit him. Busch gets into Jones and spins him to the inside. We'll take a look at what happened to Bowman more in depth this time by. Take another look at it here. Yeah, just Eric Jones got in the wall. Kyle Busch really didn't have anywhere to go. Drove it right into Eric Jones, spun him around. And Alex Bowman got ran over by Tyler Reddick, it looks like, trying to check up for the incident. He went into the inside wall. Luckily, Bowman was able to drive away with minimal damage. He will be still in the race, but Eric Jones will be your first DNF. You can see Alex Bowman there on pit road. He will be able to continue. So cleanup is done on the back straightaway. We are ready to go back racing here in Rockingham. Field in the hands of the 4 car of Kevin Harvick as he brings the field off turn 4. Green flag is back in the air. Harvick is away. And into turn 1, Kurt Busch hangs with Harvick just a little bit. He'll get the runoff too. Kurt Busch to the outside, trying to take away this race lead. Harvick fights him back. Up the inside, Kevin Harvick is able to keep the race lead. Busch goes a little bit wide in 1 and 2. Keselowski to the bottom. Brad Keselowski, winner of race 6 at Phoenix, all the way up to 2nd. He's trying to get his 2nd win on the season. Battle for 4th now between William Byron and Matt DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto crosses over William Byron down the back straightaway. He'll go back up the inside for 4th. Up front, here is Keselowski up the inside of Kevin Harvick. He's going to take away the race lead on lap 15. Kyle Busch storming down the inside of William Byron, clears the path for Chase Elliott. Back up front, Harvick goes back to the inside of Brad Keselowski. Side by side for the race lead, but not for long. Trouble! Byron in the wall, so's Reddick and Corey LaJoie. Caution is out. 3 car pileup in turns 3 and 4 will bring out the caution on lap 16 of 18. Corey LaJoie making a part-time start for Go Fast Racing. Involved in this one, he was having a great run so far. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to close out on that. We'll take a look at a replay of what happened. And Reddick just drove it straight into William Byron. Reddick got ran over from Ryan Blaney, it looks like, and Corey LaJoie slid trying to avoid it. Take another look at it here. Watch Reddick up the inside. I think either Byron cuts down on him or Reddick doesn't back out of a move that he should have backed out of. Ryan Blaney runs Reddick over from behind and turns him right into the wall. Byron's able to save it. He will continue. And then you can see Corey LaJoie sliding to avoid it. Corey LaJoie actually out of this race. He's in the garage right now. It didn't look like he picked up too much damage. We'll take another look at what happened. Getting reports now from the 32 team, it was a brake failure. So I guess when Corey LaJoie slammed on the brakes to avoid that wreck, Corey LaJoie had a brake failure. You can see the smoke right there coming out of the right side. So Corey LaJoie is out of today's race due to a brake failure. And let's talk about Kevin Harvick and his incredibly bad luck at Rockingham. In Season 2, in the finale, he was so close to getting a race win. Then he got taken out by Kyle Larson in a late race incident. Back in the spring race, he was 1 restart away from taking the victory. Just he wasn't able to execute the restart properly, and he got taken over by Eric Almirola, who went on to win the race. Let's see if Harvick's luck is more favorable this time, as we are in NASCAR overtime. We'll restart on lap 19 of 20. Kevin Harvick will bring the field off turn 4, but can he hold on? His luck would say no. Into the Geico restart zone. We're back racing at Rockingham. And a great restart by Kevin Harvick puts him out front of the field. Brad Keselowski dropping back 4 wide. 4 wide off the corner. Blaney all the way up the inside. Elliott slides. Now on the outside wall. Trouble. Byron and Johnson around. Crash on the front straightaway. We stay green. Kevin Harvick is going to lead the field through 3 and 4. Kevin Harvick wins his 2nd race of the season. He wins at Rockingham. And today, Kevin Harvick picks up his 2nd win on Season 3. The first came back at Gateway in equally as exciting fashion. We'll take a look at a replay of what happened on the last lap there between Jimmy Johnson and William Byron. Kyle Busch went to the inside to avoid Chase Elliott, shoved William Byron down into Ryan Newman. Byron collected Johnson. They both slid into the inside wall. But through it all, Kevin Harvick was able to survive the final restart. He comes away with a victory here in Rockingham. And a big congratulations to Kevin Harvick and the entire Stewart-Haas Racing team, and also to NASCAR Kumon Cup Series and Will Nunn for correctly predicting the winner of the Coke 600, which turned out to be Kevin Harvick. They will be the sponsors for the inaugural NASCAR Grand Prix Exhibition Challenge race at Alabama. Now let's take a look at your finishing results. Harvick wins, followed by Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Cole Custer, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Matt Benedetto, Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, and Chase Elliott will round out your top 10. And here are your points after race 9. Keep in mind that we are getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Brad Keselowski has taken over your points lead, Alex Bowman in 2nd, Kevin Harvick already up to 4th, and look at that playoff bubble. Kyle Larson is getting closer and closer to cracking the top 12. Joey Logano, your defending champion, also inside the top 12. Thank you all for watching today's Trackmasters Cup Series Coca-Cola 600 from Rockingham. This was a fun one to film. I really enjoyed doing the longer green flag runs. Next week, or maybe in 2 weeks, depending on how things go, will be the Coke 0400 at Daytona. That'll be the first time that I'm actually filming a second race at Daytona in a season. Usually I just do one and then a Talladega race. This time we're doing 2 Daytona races. But until next time, this has been Jonathan signing out. I hope you enjoyed today's race. I'll see you all next week or in 2 weeks, depending on how things go.